Greetings, YouTube. I know this is Quentin. I know it's been a while, but this is my quick comparison between my three favorite smartphones that I've been using. First, we have the iPhone. Next, the Pixel 4 XL, and I should say the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the Note 10 Pro. So I just powered the Note 10 and the iPhone on, so I've been primarily using the Pixel. So I'm getting a lot of notifications that I didn't get, especially on Android on the Note. But I would say after using all these phones off and on for 4 or 5 months, maybe a little longer, uh, the Note is probably my favorite. I always go back to it. I use the Pixel a little, and I use the iPhone some, but I always go back to the Note. And I just like it. I mean, it doesn't have the best battery of the three, but I like the overall form factor. And it doesn't have the best camera of the three, but I like the overall form factor, the screen, and then it has a really big battery that lasts a long time for an Android phone. And I just like the overall experience with the Note. The second would probably be the iPhone. I really like using it with the Apple Watch, and it has an excellent battery also, way more than what I actually need. So and the iPhone, it's probably has the best battery of the three. The Note's a close second, but I think the iPhone edges it because you don't have a always on display, and Apple's really good at managing their power resources. They always have been. Anyway, the second, like I said, I like the Note, and then the iPhone, and the Pixel will probably come in third, which that's a weird thing for me to say because I'm usually a stock Android person, and the Pixel going all the way back to the Nexus phones. But this year I'm just not really feeling it like I used to. I like them, but it just ain't. I don't know. I prefer the Note this time. So I mean, maybe the next version of the Pixel, they'll improve some things that I like, or make some things. The design will be better to where I like it. But right now, the Note is my favorite, and the iPhone's a very, very close second. If I was a really like a hardcore primary, excuse me, my cat's bumping the camera, so excuse that. But if I was a hardcore iOS user, the iPhone probably would easily be my favorite. You know, but I'm just gonna try to quickly go over some of the things I like and about each, and just small things I dislike. One of the main things about the iPhone that I like I said, is using it with the my Apple Watch, and I like that you can film a small video, edit it, and upload it all on the phone. That's pretty cool. That's next level for me. I mean, it's probably been. I'm sure you've been able to do that for a while, but this is the first time I've actually tried it. And a friend of mine a while ago suggested it, and I remember a fellow YouTuber suggested it, and I actually tried it, and it really works very well. And you see my desktop, go Chiefs, of course. But anyway, that's a big advantage for the iPhone with multimedia stuff like that. With multimedia, you can do stuff like that, especially if you're a small YouTuber. You don't have to get a really expensive camera, and you can just do it all on the phone. And the phone has a big capacity, so you can store some pretty big videos on it, and then upload them, and then get them off, delete them, or whatever. But one disadvantage, I guess, for the iPhone is I don't like that they still use the lightning cable, but that's just what it is. I wish it was USB-C like the other two, but that's probably the only thing I really don't like about the iPhone, other than I just don't use iOS as much as I use Android. But I like the way it feels. It's a heavy, nice feeling phone. And the iPhone's a very nice running phone. It runs very smooth, and I really like it. I like the software experience. It's not really complicated. It just works. So I mean, and for the most part, I mean, I really like it. I'm just not a big iOS user, like I said before. The Pixel, the Pixel, I really like it. I like stock Android, but there's some things I don't like about it. I really don't like. I like the look of it. It's got a nice industrial look with the kind of matte back, but it's probably still my least favorite of all three as far as looks. And the face unlock is really okay. It works really fast, but it doesn't work with apps. A lot of the apps, banking apps, where you need a secure password and you can use your, this doesn't. They haven't. A lot of apps haven't updated to support Pixel's technology. Where the iPhone, most everything works. And then even some of the apps that haven't been updated, it calls it what was Apple's previous implementation with the fingerprint. It calls it that, but it still uses the face unlock to unlock. Anyway, the Pixel has no support whatsoever like that, and it just doesn't have any period. So you have to use like password manager like LastPass, and they have a biometric support that they updated where you can use the unlock technology on the Pixel and then autofill your apps, with your, so that's a good workaround, but I really wish it was supported more with their face unlock, but it's not. Another thing is the Pixel battery, you can get through the whole day with it, but it's probably the weakest of these three. Like, I'm not really a power user. I'm just probably just under a power user. Once I set up my phone, I don't use it as much as other people that I think I've heard some of you YouTubers say they get like 6 hours of screen on time. I don't never spend that much time on my phone, but except when I'm setting it up and playing with it like an Android phone. But if you ever need to do that, and nothing's wrong with that. If you need to do that and you are a power user, the Pixel is you're gonna be really pushing it to get through the whole day. For me, I like to stream podcasts and listen to music at work, and I say I'll have about 50%, 55% left, which is still plenty for the day left. But on the counterparts, the Note 11 Pro, or the iPhone 11 Pro, and the Note 10 Pro, or the Note 10 Plus. I'm sorry, all these names, different nomenclatures and names. Anyway, on those two phones, I can go through the whole day streaming music, 10 to 12 hour work day, streaming music, listening to podcasts, watching videos, and still have like 75 to 80% left. So you can see the big difference. But I mean, the Pixel, if you're just a regular user, you'll get through the day, but you got to just kind of be careful. But the one thing that I do really like about the Pixel, like I said, is the stock Android, and I like stock Android. But a lot of these phones, the Android phones, particularly the Note, their One UI is really improved, and it's not like the old TouchWiz, and so it doesn't really bother me as much, and you can still customize it to the way you like. The Note, I guess if there's any disadvantage, and it's not a big one for me, is the camera. I'm not a big camera person, but it's probably the least easy to use point and shoot for somebody for like an amateur like me who just picks up their phone and just snaps a picture. The Pixel and iPhone are probably the best for where you don't have to really work with it or adjust anything, where it'll just be a good looking picture. The Pixel is probably still the best, but the iPhone is really close depending on the conditions. The iPhone actually beats it in some areas. So these two kind of fight that back and forth. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm getting the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. I had to make sure I said the name right. Oh, S20 Ultra 5G. So I'm kind of excited about getting that. That's why I wanted to make a quick comparison of these three phones since I hadn't done the reviews. But I'm looking forward to that phone. I know that's a big camera phone. That they're really focused on the cameras. It's not something that I really care that much about, but it'll be interesting to see how it does. And I'm really looking forward to using that big battery and that big screen. I want to compare it to the Note. I won't be able to compare it too long because I'm trading the Note in for it. And Samsung gives you a really good deal on trade-in. So, that'll be kind of worth it, and it helps cut into that really expensive price for that phone. Anyway, look forward to that unboxing. I hope this was informational for you. Thank you for watching.